All right. Hello, everyone. It's time for a continuation of last day's video of Veronica. As I said in the video, I didn't really have a lot of information about Veronica, like raid setups and everything, but I've found two threads here now on the Korean forums that are very promising, that can show us a lot of things. So let's just have a look, I suppose. Um, so yeah, I haven't actually checked through this. I just like flew through them quickly earlier. So yeah, we'll just have to check it like together, I suppose. So yeah, here's a comparison of Witch Heart versus Messiah. Worth noting is that the Messiah is not MLB, the Witch Heart is. So I'm not gonna say too much about the damage here, although I assume it's like 20 higher. That's usually how it goes on those, like the epic ones versus the legendary ones. Um, then just looking at stats here, I believe this is VSR here, so 20 is the highest on Messiah, where the other one can have 25, right? Yeah. Then there is skill damage here, 20 versus 30. And then, is that the same thing? Yeah, I don't speak Korean or can't read it, so I believe that's defense there, so that's 16, and then there is HP here, it's a little bit higher. So yeah, it just looks like Messiah is just a little bit better, like on AI or as a leader. So there's that, that's the weapon. Um, Here there's some DPS numbers, 10k, 11k, yeah, around 10, 11k for Veronica there. Okay, it says Witch Heart DPS here. I don't know which one is using Witch Heart and which isn't, though. Doesn't really say. Oh, sorry. Okay, so that's Witch Heart and that's Messiah. Uh, huh. So she's actually doing a little bit more with Witch Heart. That's actually very interesting, because like just judging from these numbers, I would want to say that Messiah is actually more, but that doesn't seem to be the case. I'm not sure what this is. I think it should be crit, maybe. I'm just assuming now, or it could be like healing. Nah, I think it's crit. So yeah, it just looks like Messiah is better, but apparently. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, sorry, my bad. Of course, this is MLB. That's not. So yeah, Messiah is better, I would say. I mean, it's too close here, right? And yeah, I think they are pretty even though, by the looks of things. But still, I would say Messiah is better, definitely. That's the weapon. Here there's some more footage of her. Let's see what's going on here. Right, that's the buff there, the extra skill. Um, and what's going on here? Ah, that's the range of it. Right, and that's a problem because that was something I heard about it. Like the range to actually apply this buff, it's not very big at all. I don't know if this is the minimum range, but like that obviously doesn't work. Or down to, yeah. So it's not big at all. Like even this is kind of small-ish. Like in a raid, everyone is just running around. So yeah, that's one of the problems that I can see right here. And here is a raid situation. Right, there's the buff up there. Who's getting it? Okay. All right. So Garam got the buff here, but not Gabriel, it seems. Or did she? Yeah, she did. My bad. So everyone got the buff there at least. Cool. So that's the range for it. But yeah. What's this now? All right, that's the extra skill. We went through that in the last video. But yeah, let's see what they write here. The range of the Warrior's Blessing is garbage, so it doesn't suit the boss. Witch Heart is better than Messiah in that case. Okay, interesting. And that's that buff they're talking about. Right, okay, yeah, so that inflicts 150% DPS damage and heals the party, right? So I suppose that the range is like the boss is too far away to actually hit the boss with that thing. I suppose that's what they mean, which is obviously not good. Let's see what they write here. Okay, which chart is better? Right, yeah, that's what I said before. Oh, turns out to be more trash than a left. Okay, that's not good. Might be an exaggeration though. I mean, I'm not gonna like draw any conclusions just yet. There's also another thread that we're gonna have a look at, but let's see here what's going on. Not sure what they wanna show here. I'm just gonna go to the other thread. The other thread had some more info as well, with like some comparisons between setups and stuff. So that's gonna be really interesting to have a look at. So here are two setups then. So there is, yeah, Gabriel and Messiah, Nari Titania, and then there's the same thing but with Gremory um, instead of Veronica. And yeah, as we know, Gremory does the death thread, so that's obviously worth a lot in itself. So let's see here. Everyone has attack cards, okay? Then the leader is okay. Not sure what that means, but okay. Well, Gabriel seems to be the leader, anyways. Um, here are some DPS numbers as well. Let's see. Veronica is doing 14k and Gremory is doing 17k. Okay. Let me just check the weapons as well. That's a 73 and she's MLB, where... Okay, she's using the Liberator there, of course, because it's a light setup going on here, I guess. Or the boss is probably weak to that. Let's see, and that's 74. Okay, so pretty equal, but still, Gremory is doing more DPS. So, and here there's another. Yeah, no, that's where I were. Sorry, but yeah, interesting. So she's getting out DPS there. Both of my best deals. Okay. The comparison between the best deals was meaningful, so I wrote this article to start off the conclusion. It is, should I use Veronica? Okay. As a result of playing several games, the Gabriel deck, I believe that's Gabriel, deck by the way is team. So Gabriel team is about 100. Right. Yeah, of course, I forgot to check that. It's yeah, the DPS, final DPS, 7.287 million, and then there's 7.186 million, so about 100k difference, yeah. Okay. The lowest deal is also higher overall. I don't know who that is. Okay, that's the Gremory. Okay. Is Veronica not good? I don't know. Even if the specs are good, I think that amount of damage, I believe, will come out only if a person who sharpens the guild raid builds well. Okay. The difficulty of the let's see here. Too much pay attention, such as Veronica Dragon, access buff control. Right, yeah, that buff you can't really control it, right? So if you could like time it perfectly and hit people with it, probably be better. So what this suggests, I believe, is that you would rather pilot her than have her as an AI, because the AI is kind of wonky and uncontrollable. Link to increase crit. Yeah, okay, so that's the chain, right? The timer of the chain must be observed. Veronica's chain increases damage, crit and attack by 30%, right? Yeah, and you need like perfect timing to pull it off, apparently, to like get the most out of it. Let's see here. Average deal is slightly higher. Aggro is also eaten by Gabriel. Okay, in the case of often lost to Titania during the Poison Cloud pattern phase 2. Case of the Veronica deck, nothing is lost. It can be seen that the only advantage of Veronica is that it's easy to bring it to as the leader DPS has been increased. But the first 10 seconds after game starts are the same. Okay. And you don't only have to use Messiah, yeah. Apparently other weapons are also viable. There's a link here. I'm gonna have a look at it after I'm done, or actually just have a look here now. What could be there? Oh right, that's the other one. Right, that's the other thread. Okay. Also, yeah, and if there's gonna be like a dark. Oh, I think that's the boss name, by the way. But yeah, either way, if there's gonna be a dark boss next season, you'll use a Liberator instead, right? I don't know exactly what this means, but it appears to be like if you go full MLB, it's not really worth it. If you have a lot of money, it's lower. Okay, I don't know. Let's see here. Problem that the deal itself based on Veronica. Full seconds, okay. Character who's heroic knowledge is no offense. It's not offensive, but offensive. Probably defensive. questionable whether we use a lot, but I have to grow this in a full second. That deal is questionable whether it's worth investment. In case of Gram deck, if you want to use Veronica and Gram, then Gram, Gabriel, Elvira, Veronica seems to be the strongest for now, based on Minotaur. Interesting. If Rachel and Coco are in Elvira's seat, the damage is very low. I don't know why, but okay, is that the best combination for Gram deck? Not at all. As a result of experimentation, Gram, Gabriel, Rachel, Coco was the best choice for the average damage based on Minotaur. Oh, it should be said that you picked it well, but there is a little difference between the two. Even if I pull it out, the deal is similar or less, or the damage rather. Okay. Veronica, summary: Veronica is really trash. Upward seaweed might. Okay. There's 2 videos here. Let's just look at those first before I have an idea of what to kind of think here. Let's have a look. So that's the Gabriel setup, obviously. Bullworm. Kind of interesting to see her in action, I guess. Her attacks are so slow though, she's just standing there like waving that thing around. Probably amazing. That boss looks much nicer than the the sandworm though. What's her name? Sandy, yeah, sandworm. I just call it Sandy. But yeah. Alright then. Check the final damage. Looked away. Oh yeah, so okay, so that's the actual tries where the screenshots are from, right? So then we kind of know what to expect on this one as well. That's with the Gremory, of course. You can just have a look at that too, just for drawing any conclusions here. I do have a pretty good idea what to kind of say for this though. Here comes the next weapon skill and the chain goes off. Ari, correct. Nice. Can be pretty greedy on the chain there, that's nice. The boss doesn't like do like sand and just disappears. Super annoying. Right. So yeah, I think the conclusion here is, what I just draw from this at least, is that she is not very worth it, honestly. Like if you have a lot of money and don't really care, yeah, it's gonna be a small increase. Well, 100k in this thread claims at least. So yeah, you might just get a very small increase, but it's not really, you don't get a lot for the money, so to speak, right? Because it's like a super small upgrade. It's kind of like, you know, getting that carbon fiber bumper for the car, you know, for like $4k, and it's like, you know, 2 kilos instead of 5. It kind of feels a little bit like that, where yeah, there's so many more things that are worth. And I mean, you also have to build the thing, right? So like you might as well just build Coco for like half the price, and you don't have to pull her because you probably have her by now. So it just doesn't feel worth it at all. That being said, though, I wouldn't say that she's like a left level of shit like these guys claim. I think that's a little bit exaggerated, but definitely not like worth it or like amazing or anything like that. Rather opposite. It's just super small upgrade, and I obviously have to pour in a lot of resources to make her on par or better than, say, Coco, for example, where obviously getting a MLB Witch Heart and an MLB Coco is a lot less costly than this. So yeah, I'm probably like, I'm still gonna get her or try at least, but if I don't, like, I'm not really gonna cry. I probably want her just for the collection though, or you know, but I'm not gonna like build her or anything like that. And also, that being said, I think, I mean, they do buff heroes, right? And I mean, they are obviously gonna hear about this. So I think she's gonna get buffed, definitely. Don't like expect it just because I believe that it's gonna happen though. But it would just make sense, right? Because why would you like make a hero that's not performing well? They obviously want to make money, right? So if they make a hero that's bad, then people aren't gonna pull it, and that's like a loss, of course. So yeah, she might get uh, buffed in the future. That would just make sense. Like my expectation was that she was gonna be like 1 million DPS increase, which is respectable. But like 100k, nah, that's just. One thing that I can appreciate about her rather than Coco though is that Coco requires what's it called, injury as part of her chain, which can be problematic, where this one doesn't. She can take everything, which is obviously a convenience. But apart from that, not really. I mean, it's just, yeah, nah. I would say not really worth it. Like, and I mean, I went through the other stuff in the other video about arena and all that kind of stuff, so I don't think there's more to say there. Um, but yeah, all in all, I would not advise going for this. Like, you might just be disappointed. Um, so yeah, I think that's it. Anyways, have a nice evening and see you next time.